The Corps has an arsenal of deadly weapons at its disposal. But their most important weapon is the Marine himself. And Marines are made at boot camp. Marine recruit training is longer and tougher than any other in the U.S. Armed Forces. The U.S. Army trains its recruits for 9 weeks. Marine Corps recruits endure an intensive 13-week program designed to select the best. Each year, 38,000 recruits enlist for the Marines and trained at San Diego, California, and Parris Island, South Carolina. Here, they'll be molded into Marines ready for combat.
At recruit training, we're turning a civilian into a Marine in 70 training days. And that Marine most likely is going to see combat at some point in time in their Marine Corps career.
Today's Marine Corps training program is the legacy of Marine Commandant William Biddle. During the 18th and 19th centuries, structured Marine boot camp didn't exist. Concerned about standards, Biddle single-handedly rewrote the training manual. In 1911, he instituted a program that has formed the bedrock of the Marine Corps for the past 90 years. At its core, physical exercise, marksmanship, hand-to-hand combat, and most importantly, discipline. For generations of Marines, discipline has been enforced by the formidable drill instructors.
In the Marine Corps, there is the DI, the drill instructor.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Put up your canteen. Put up your canteen. I should.
That's the first thing a young man or young woman sees when they get off the bus at Parris Island or out at San Diego.
I should. Put your flag in your left hand right now. I should. Put your left arm through the flag.
They perform the mission of taking a raw recruit and turning them into a Marine.
Sir, open your face. I should. I should. We got a formation right there. I should.
It's a tough, tough, tough job.
Put the cover on your head. I should. Run.
Drill instructors are the key to making Marines. They weed out the weak links. It's the DI's job to mentally prepare recruits for combat.
We have to ensure that that recruit, who's going to be a United States Marine, can hold up to the stresses of combat. And those drill instructors, as their way of instilling this stress in a training situation, they do come across aggressive, but it's all in building that civilian to become a United States Marine.
For the physical preparation, sergeant instructors teach Marines how to use the most basic weapon, their bodies. The Marine Corps Martial Arts Program, or MACMAP, is the latest evolution of Marine hand-to-hand combat. It teaches recruits how to fight with their fists and any weapon that might be to hand.
The recruits are taught how to use weapons of opportunity. When it comes to push to shove and their weapon jams and they need to engage an enemy, that they can use whatever's around them to be able to defend themselves and win the battle.
MACMAP teaches recruits punches, throws, chokes, and counter chokes that disable their adversaries. But no matter how tough, fists are still flesh. For generations of Marines, unarmed combat has meant fighting with a knife or bayonet.
Every Marine carries a rifle, so every Marine is issued a bayonet or a knife. So if that weapon jams on him, that Marine needs to know not only rely on his weapon, but also his knife.
For 20th century Marines, the knife revered above all others was the K-bar. Designed in 1898, adopted in 1942, the K-bar fought with Marines in the Pacific, Korea, Vietnam, and into the Middle East.
The K-bar is iconic to the Marine Corps. It's 12 inches in overall length. It's got a 7-inch blade. It's got a bit of heft to it. You could use it for more than just killing. You could dig a foxhole or open a sea rat can with it.
In the 21st century, Marines packed the K-bar's successor, the OKC-3S.
They're designed to be bayonet and fighting utility knife. It's got an 8-inch blade, it can penetrate body armor, and whereas a bayonet is generally used for thrusting, this is designed for hacking and for slashing. It's very heavy, very effective.
At boot camp, recruits learn to wield the OKC-3S by hand and on the end of a rifle.
There's two knife techniques we teach them, which is a straight thrust and a slash. Now, the straight thrust looks just like this. Doesn't look. And the slash looks just like this. Our bayonet assault courses consist of a straight thrust, slash, vertical butt stroke, horizontal butt stroke, smash.
Unarmed combat makes a Marine lethal one-on-one. But Marines don't win battles with fists and blades.